Alright, so next what I need to do is part off this part. And the length of it will be the depth that I've got in here. And I just stuck my my digital caliper in there and measured that. Plus a little bit for the bottom of the chamber. And I just put an 1/8 of an inch in there for this cutoff, which will give me some extra. That can be really thin when I'm done. It could be a 16th or a 32nd or whatever. Plus the height of the chamber itself, and I'm choosing a 1/4 inch for that. That's, I think, maybe similar to the one on the other tea kettle. So when you add all that up, that's what I get. So I'll just put a mark on it and I'll part it off, and then I'll flip it around and start doing some other stuff on it. And like everything else on this project, this is not real critical, so I'm getting close to the line. Maybe give myself a tiny bit extra, but not super critical. Oh, that's nice. The vibration went away. So I have just got to say, this is so cool. And by cool, by this, I'm just talking about doing this machine work. That's fun. This turned out nice. It's kind of neat getting a better look at it here. Looks like my drill hole didn't go all the way through, which is fine. I didn't even really need to do that. And this parting cutoff, I just am blown away at how smooth that is. It's so smooth. Of course, it doesn't matter because I'm going to machine a lot of that away. I just wanted to give you guys a close-up on it and talk about how smooth that is and how neat this is. Anyway, that's fun. So I'll put this in the jaws now. This is real thick, so put this in the jaws, and I'm going to bring this diameter down to whatever the threads are going to be. This needs to be small enough so that I can use the same material to create a cap that'll screw over it. So because this is the biggest my cap can be, this needs to be smaller so that that cap can go on top of it. And then I will remove material here, which will make the cavity. So remove material here, bring this diameter down. I'll bring this diameter down first. That way I know how big I can make the cavity here. And I'll bring the cavity down until I can see that this is thin, and I can just look at the edge of the hole to see how thin I've got this down to. And then I'll thread this, and that'll be it for this part. So that fits real nicely. It's definitely a good fit. I can twist it a little bit, and it really, I'm pulling with some force, and it's not coming off. So that ended up being a really perfect fit. I wanted to measure the the diameter down here at the bottom. I guess I could measure the, yeah, these aren't long enough, unfortunately. So let's measure this thickness, 200 thousandths. So it's 400 thousandths. So what's that, 1 in 355? So I may use that number to figure out how much I want to bring this in, how small I want to make those threads. Anyway, it's a number to keep in mind. Alright, we'll see. These chips fly everywhere. So, after I turned this shoulder here, I thought, you know what? I'm going to need a little more room to cut the thread. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some of this material right now, just so I have room for the threading a little bit later. And I'm going to do that using the compound. Although at this point, I could probably just use the crossfeed, because I'm only going like 3/8 of an inch or so. I need to change that angle a little bit on my bit. I'm sorry. I know I've caused a few of you a lot of emotional distress. I know that there are a few of you who were just screaming at your computers. And I'm sorry. I know you were trying to get through to me and get me to stop taking metal off of this. And I apologize for causing you that emotional hardship. And you're right. I should have stopped. But I'm an idiot. And I was impatient and not methodical. And I learned by doing stupid things. So it's okay, because I learned something. But I just wanted to make sure I apologized for causing you all of that grief. I saw this material begin to wobble a little bit, and I saw the texture of this material right here change, and I knew I had screwed up. This didn't come off, but I was pretty sure what I had done. So I took a tool, a screwdriver or something, and gave it a whack, and I can see a dent that I put in it. So yeah, I ruined this. So I made another one. It's only $10 in a couple hours. I'm being kind of sarcastic when I say that. So I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try to be more patient and more methodical. And I'm going to make a little drawing. And one thing I did figure out that I want to do differently, I want to make this diameter a little bit bigger. But I'm going to do a little drawing and I'll show you what I'm thinking. And hopefully this time I will approach it better and I will not cause you to get angry and yell at your computer. I apologize.